how does one move from having like building on the hackathon to then perfecting that MVP to then eventually growing to a real product? Like, what is your experience over there, and what are your thoughts of how these projects can move forward?
Yeah, it's definitely like not easy. So sometimes you get out of an hackathon with a successful project that either won the was one of the like the best ones at the hackathons, or maybe like won a bunch of bounties from other sponsors, and so you feel very excited about it. But then, first of all, you need to commit after the hackathon if you want to bring it forward. It's not something that everybody wants to do, so maybe they keep it as a side project, and if you don't really invest your time and effort, it's difficult to scale it. And the other thing is that what you build in an hackathon, first of all, like you're building it in like 40 hours, so it's cool to experiment with technology, but you don't have a time to experiment with the real users. You're just like showcasing how like your idea can be like built and how it's feasible. But then when you go in real life, the most important thing is not even I think about building a product, but finding potential use cases or users that would be willing to use that. So I think these are like the main, let's say, learnings that I got from doing and participating in more than 15 hackathons. That sometimes like you're very excited because, oh my god, like this project, like we won prizes, I think it's like it's great, whatever. And then the week after, when you start, when you go back to the real world and you start studying and understanding if it's feasible or not, like either you're not enough committed to it, or maybe it's not a real world application somehow. But then, of course, as I was saying, like Fluid Key is the perfect example of a project that started at an hackathon, then got some follow-up grants from sponsors and other companies in the space, and finally also get some additional fundraising. So these demonstrate that it's possible. It's not very common. So of course I know of like big projects coming out of the hackathon, like 1inch is another one, for example, Uniswap. Um, the the real deal about this is that we're all developers, and so we like building, and we are sometimes too attached to the solution we are proposing without studying enough the problem or the user. So I think that a lot of effort has to shift more towards those questions with respect to understanding if it's feasible from a technical perspective. So yeah, and another thing that I can add on top of this is that hackathons can be useful to iterate on the same idea. So of course, like most of the hackathons don't want you to build on top of an existing project, but at the same time, you can easily build a, a feature for your project in a separated way with respect to the main project, and at the same time, at the end of the hackathon, you can bring it back inside your code base, let's say. And this is a good way in which you can experiment a little bit with new features or stuff that you want to build, or maybe expand slowly an MVP. And that's something that I've been like doing for a bunch of months with Paul and Frank from Urbe as well. We were attending always the hackathons together, and everything that we were building was focused around the same main topic and area, which was payments. And then of course, like giving different twists or ideas or technologies to understand how could we solve specific problems. And that was good because now like I ended up like working on this startup after like 1 year of hackathons and iteration and small MVPs and small ideas that got us to learn more about the problem, more about the users, more about the tech that is available. So I think it's another great opportunity there.
Yeah, that's an excellent way to treat a hackathon that people could consider is really like you're going on this quest, and on the way you have these little side quests that you can take that help you progress and level up to get to the real solution and get the real MVP and the real application out in the world. If I did well to summarize that.
Yeah, exactly.